Welcome to the next episode of the Dark Web Deacon. Before we begin, be sure to smash that subscribe button, click the bell to turn on notifications. New videos are published every Monday and Thursday, and as always, be sure to like and provide comments. For many years, macOS users enjoyed not having to worry about malware, but the tide is starting to turn. macOS is no less susceptible to malware than any other operating system. In the 2020 State of Malware report, published by Malwarebytes, researchers saw a 400% increase in macOS malware from 2018 to 2019, bringing it to a point in which malware detections per endpoint for the macOS were about double those of Windows. At the same time, the types of malware most prevalent on different platforms are fairly different. Windows malware is generally more aimed at capturing information or gaining control of enterprise networks and systems. The most common macOS malware is generally intended to deliver unwanted advertisements to users or send them to a website they didn't intend to visit. Many of the pieces of malware from macOS are described as PUPs, potentially unwanted programs. We are going to look at the top 5 common pieces of PUPs on the macOS to look out for that could potentially be dangerous and definitely infect your systems. The first up is a PUP called PPCVARK. PPCVARK is a company that develops and publishes a number of different types of malware. They have various tricks to convince people to open files they want, then either go to the website they suggest or spend money on subscriptions they may or may not really want or even need. One trick they use is that the support file surrounding every macOS application always includes the plist that sets in plain text various parameters for the application. One of the parameters is the type of file that automatically opens that application, for example, a .doc or a .jpeg. PPCVARK applications tend to have dozens or scores of these type of files listed. A PPCVARK application won't become the primary application for a .doc or .jpeg file. What it will do, though, is open up if a user double-clicks on a file which they don't have an application association with. When the application opens, it's likely to look like a dialog sending users to a website, and then they become the latest victim of a PPCVARK scheme. Next up is NewTab. NewTab is adware that loads itself as a browser extension, then purports to be a tracker for flights or packages, but instead offers unwanted advertisements, changes to the browser's homepage, and changes the system's default search engine. As with other macOS malware, users' involvement is required for successful infection, since applications not downloaded from Apple's App Store require positive user confirmation before execution. Malware authors know this and provide pop-up overlays to entice users to click. NewTab is primarily damaging to worker productivity, though the search engine redirect may have a direct impact on enterprise systems if you are using a work computer. Third on a list is a PUP called MacKeeper. This one is popular and interesting. MacKeeper is legitimate software that many customers have willingly purchased as part of their Mac security scheme. Also, some MacKeeper affiliates have wrapped their software's downloader in packaging that makes false claims about non-existent malware in order to frighten victims into becoming customers. MacKeeper tends to show up when a user has visited a malicious website or clicked on a fraudulent link. In either case, a warning will pop up claiming that the victim's computer is infected with some horrifying malware that must and instantly be removed by downloading and purchasing MacKeeper. The most recent owners of MacKeeper claim they no longer engage in this type of activity. However, careless users may still be liable to run into fake MacKeeper sites. Next up is OSX.Genieo. Genieo is a browser hijacker that substitutes its own homepage and search engine for those the user chose and uses the new option to deliver unwanted ads and additional PUPs. This has been a hazard to Mac users for nearly a decade. Genieo uses a variety of different techniques to make it difficult to find and very difficult to fully remove from the system, such as an uninstaller program that actually will install additional unwanted software. While most instances of Genieo simply hijack a victim's browser, there have been scattered reports of more significant damage to a system, including computers rendered unusable when specific Geneo components were removed, passwords and usernames encrypted and locked, and sensitive information exfiltrated from the infected systems. And last but not least is the Shlayer Trojan. Shlayer is not very dangerous. It makes the list because it's effective and prolific, hitting an estimated 10% of all Macs in 2019 and being responsible for nearly 1/3 of all intrusion attempts detected against the platform. Shlayer is a downloader that masquerades as an installation tool for an application update. Adobe Flash Player is a frequent alias for the malware. Once the button to begin the installation is clicked, Shlayer uses a variety of simple tactics to disguise system security warnings and trick users into giving the application permission to proceed. Once on the victim's systems, Shlayer fetches various adware programs. However, there's no reason Shlayer couldn't be used to download more destructive pieces of malware in the future. So remember, Mac users, you're not invincible. And keep these names front of mind: Shlayer Trojan, OSX.Genieo, MacKeeper, NewTab, and PPCVARK. If you happen to have any of these packages installed on your system, please definitely remove them. And be leery when you are online or using your system. If these happen to pop up in any type of ad or on a website, definitely don't click. Thanks for watching, and as always, please like, subscribe, and provide comments, and turn on notifications by clicking the bell in order to check out future videos published twice a week.